Hello, BTS lovers, how are you today? Taehyung said something spicy about Risott Jungkook. What's wrong? These words make the army go wild. Something wrong behind BTS's kitchen. It was like a normal morning in the army. The sun is shining quietly. The Twitter timeline is calm as ever, and fans are looking forward to new content from their beloved idols, BTS. But who would have thought the storm would come not from a comeback schedule, not from a new music teaser, but from something never imagined, a risotto plate. Yeah, you heard right. Risotto. The classic Italian food suddenly became the center of a heated debate in the fandom after an unexpected moment occurred between two members who have always seemed to get along, Kim Taehyung and Jeon Jungkook. And when a short video clip shows Taehyung throwing scathing comments about Jungkook's risotto, the world seems to stop spinning for ARMY. What is really going on behind their smiles? Why can food be a source of tension between these two friends? What does Taehyung's cold expression mean when he says half-finished risotto? Is this just a joke or a sign that there is something much deeper that has been hidden? The facts that have come to light in the last few days are truly staggering. Many say this is just an ordinary joke, but some say this is the culmination of a long-hidden conflict. But one thing's for sure, the video went viral, and Taehyung's comments left ARMY wide-eyed. That risotto? Suitable only for those who do not know the taste of real food. Twitter has turned into a battlefield. Jungkook, who has been known to be full of dedication even in small things like cooking for the members, gets a big spotlight. Many soldiers immediately defended, saying Jungkook had tried hard to create the dish from the heart. But Taehyung's sharp-sounding comments leave many questions. Why did that sentence come out? Aren't they famous for being very close, even like brothers? What's really between them? Is that risotto just a symbol of something bigger? It should be noted, this is not the first time Jungkook has shown his skills in the kitchen. Even in some variety shows, he often cooks for other members and often gets praise from professional chefs. One of the most memorable moments was when Jungkook made a special risotto on one of BTS's YouTube shows, and the members were seen enjoying the dish enthusiastically. But somehow, when the risotto reappeared in Jungkook's personal vlog last week, and when Taehyung was a special guest in that episode, Taehyung's expression couldn't be hidden. And when the camera catches Taehyung's words calling the cuisine lacking in character, the atmosphere changes completely. Jungkook, who is usually confident, looked silent for a moment, his eyes lowered before forcing a smile. That moment, at first glance, may seem trivial to outsiders, but for ARMY, who has been following the dynamics of the members for years, Jungkook's change of expression was heartbreaking. Is that a sign of injury? Or is it because the comments come from people he respects and loves so much? Jungkook is known to be a perfectionist, especially when he presents something to others. So when the risotto that he has been mixing for hours with his own hands gets skewed comments, it is clear that this is not just about taste. It's about effort, appreciation, and maybe appreciation that never comes. It didn't take long for the video to spread across multiple platforms. TikTok, Twitter, to international fanbase forums are heating up. The words Risott Gate have become a trending topic in more than 18 countries. Not a few people questioned whether Taehyung's comment was just a joke that was not conveyed well, or was it really a personal innuendo. Even some fan sites began to dissect the old moments between the two. They scrolled through footage from previous years, looking for clues as to whether there were hidden tensions that had gone unnoticed by the public. Some ARMY began to associate this incident with one interesting fact that has been rarely discussed: unofficial competition in BTS's kitchen. During this time, there was indeed a silent competition between the members when cooking. Jungkook, Jimin, and Jeon often show each other their abilities, but all this time it feels warm and pleasant. But since some time ago, rumors began to circulate that Taehyung felt not counted in BTS's kitchen activities. There was even a snippet of an old video from 2020 in which Taehyung joked that cooking for me is an art, not a competition, but followed it up with a flat expression that many fans felt was not in line with his words. Is Risott's comment merely an accumulation of long-held frustrations? Is Taehyung indirectly saying that he wants to be recognized as well, not only as the owner of stunning visuals and an intoxicating baritone voice, but also as a person who has a taste and sharp opinion about small things like food? Or is it just a small friction that is exaggerated by fans and the media? Interestingly, after the incident, Jungkook did not provide any immediate clarification. Usually, he is quite active in responding to small issues through live streams or short posts. But this time, he chose silence. A few hours after the video was trending, Jungkook's Weverse account featured only one post, a cooking hand emoji. No words, no explanation. But for the army to understand, that pretty much describes everything. Is Jungkook's silence a form of overwhelming self-control, or is it a form of an unprepared wound? Meanwhile, Taehyung also did not give a direct clarification. He posted a photo of himself enjoying pasta at a fancy restaurant in Paris with the caption, "Original is better than made up." This sentence, for many netizens, is like pouring gasoline into a fire that has not yet been extinguished. Is this a form of advanced sarcasm, or is it just a coincidence? Korean media analysts began to highlight this event. Even some former variety show producers said that such comments would not have escaped censorship if they were not intentional. If the editing team let it air, it means there is a purpose, said one source from a well-known TV station. The sentence sparked new speculation. Could this be part of a larger narrative? And this is where the pieces of the puzzle begin to form. Many are beginning to believe that this incident is not purely a minor incident, but part of an internal dynamic that has not been visible on the surface. In a Korean entertainment world that is full of demands for perfect images, it is not impossible that even the friendship of Risott Jungkook and Taehyung cannot be separated from the small friction that can be enlarged just because the camera catches it. Both are now at the peak of their solo careers. Jungkook with a string of hit songs and global appearances, while Taehyung explores the world of acting and visual arts. Professional tension? Unconscious competition? Or is it just a difference in character that begins to show its true face after so many years? Unsurprisingly, a few days after the incident, one of BTS's staff stylists posted a short story that was immediately deleted. Sometimes the tongue can be sharper than a sword. Be careful talking, especially to people who always try to give their best. Despite not naming names, fans immediately suspected that this was aimed at Taehyung and was directly related to the Risott incident. The army was divided. There were those who began to blame Taehyung, demanding an apology. Some defend, saying Taehyung has the right to argue and may just be wrong to convey. But behind all this drama, one thing that cannot be denied is how sensitive the public is to the interactions of BTS members. And this proves that BTS is not just an ordinary group. They are a global phenomenon whose every move is noticed, loved, and defended with all their heart. Even Risott can be a trigger for incredible emotions, because at stake is not only taste, but also respect, love, and togetherness. Will Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship change forever after this?